5:16. Let's get a check on our forecast here at home with meteorologist Peyton Malone.
Starting off a new week here, Bree. Nothing unusual. Again, we'll have a couple of showers and temperatures mostly in the low 90s. That's right where we should be. But we do have some tropical moisture building in. That's going to bring us a higher chance of rain, especially tomorrow and Wednesday. So this morning, a little shower down near Jean Lafitte. Outside of that, a few coastal showers, but most of us are dry for the early morning drive. But here's that tropical moisture, a large area of showers and thunderstorms developing in the west or in the eastern Gulf. Now, luckily, this doesn't have a lot of time over the water to organize. We may see some brief low pressure form with this as it slides our direction, but the thinking is we'll get a few extra showers from this, and it's not going to be a complete washout every day. But I think tomorrow and Wednesday will bring a higher chance of some tropical downpours. A few of these downpours give you some brief heavy rain. We'll watch for street flooding, and then as we head towards the end of the week, the high pressure builds back in. Rain chances go down. Temperatures go back up. So again, this low pressure, we may see some brief low pressure with this, and weak at that. You can see there tomorrow we've got scattered storms and showers across the region. Fast forward into Friday, still seeing some showers and heavy downpours develop across the region. This will be mostly during the daytime hours. And so overall, that is what we're going to be watching for our forecast early on this week. Again, I don't see this being a widespread flood event for the area, but a few isolated spots could really pick up quite a bit of rain, over 4 inches. That would only happen in isolated areas, though. Elsewhere in the tropics, this is, well, probably going to be Aaron at some point. I mean, it's looking like it's there. The Hurricane Center hasn't pulled that trigger just yet, but also it is way on out here. That's the continent of Africa. There's the Cape Verde or Cabo Verde Islands, and that is the developing storm. Now, this thing is so far away from the United States right now that we're not really concerned with it. We got a long time to watch it. And in fact, it's going to be traveling in the Atlantic all week long. It doesn't pass just near or north of the Lesser Antilles Islands or Puerto Rico until Friday or Saturday. So we really have all week to see how this thing goes. Now, we are looking at some of the tropical models already, and there are some positive things going on right now. Notice through the near term, it's no threat to anybody, but as we get further out in time, you start to see more of a northwest movement. Now, it's key because we got to turn this thing out to sea at some point, and there are several solutions that do take this out to sea. Now, with that being said, let's use caution here on writing this off, especially maybe for the islands of the East Coast, because it's so far out, and you have to have everything lining up. But what are the reasons it could turn out to sea? Well, this big ridge should weaken some by the end of this week, and if it weakens enough, we can start to turn this thing. But let's just sit back and wait and make sure we actually get it turned and make sure it doesn't get trapped underneath this ridge at any point. But I would say stress level right now with that is on the low side, but could be our first hurricane of the 2025 season out in the Atlantic Basin. About to be mid-August. That's not unusual. So our 7-day forecast, no tropical threats to our area. We're just watching for some tropical moisture, especially tomorrow and Wednesday. And then as we head towards the end of the week, we trade the rain chances for hotter temps. Saturday and Sunday are looking quite warm in the mid-90s. Our marine forecast, we'll just be watching out for a few of these showers and thunderstorms. Winds are still going to be mostly only light and variable at 5 to 10 knots. High tide is going to happen through the afternoon, and low tide will happen later on tonight.